Who will survive? Wrestlemoviea. Yeah, this is our life. Open up, open up. Wrestlemoviea. Fighting to survive like that, just like that.
Welcome to Wrestlemoviea, the show about the swolest theater kids of them all and the movies that they make. I am one of your hosts, Logan Trent, and joining me as always is my co-host, and his name is...
Well, if you guys are ready for some John Reimann, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
That
Back in that
should be a
squared
clue,
circle.
as should the title of this episode. We are covering Stone Cold Steve Austin's lead man debut, The Condemned.
Was this his debut and final performance as a leading man?
No,
We'll talk about it.
he's in other stuff. So, John, this was your first time watching this, right?
Oh, yeah. I watched this the other night, and Logan, you told me we were going to be watching a good one. And I think Tom said, like, oh, I remember that one being fun. And we'll talk about it, but wow.
My
this was a weird one.
20-year-old memories do not mesh with what I saw yesterday. I remember this being more fun than it was.
Yeah, that's what Tom was telling me. And when we were watching, I was just like, what is this? Who is this for?
Yeah. Okay. So, let's just get right into the first segment. Where are you in the card? This is where we talk about where the pro wrestler in question was at this particular time in their career. So this was interesting because I had the timeline for this I had remembered being like earlier, but this was after Stone Cold had been retired from like full-time wrestling like for 6 years at that point.
Yeah.
So he's just straight up out, and he just was trying the acting thing. So there's really not much to get into in terms of his actual wrestling career. So this is I think this might be the quickest edition of this segment that we had.
Yeah, but I did want to say, like, I thought it was like you, I thought this was earlier on, because I was like, they're giving him a movie. He has to be at the height of his power, right? And this is what, 2007? And I'm like, what the hell? He was already not wrestling at that point. He had gone from good to bad to back to good to retired. And, I guess he would ride in with the Zamboni every once in a while, but that was about it. Like, we were already on the rock train, and that had already gone. So I think we're in Cena at this point, right? Or is it still Triple H's reign of terror?
No, this was straight up prime Cena, because Cena had already done the Marine by this point.
Which obviously gave him a career boost with how great that one was.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, this isn't even like, a couple of years out of his career. This is like almost like... This is over half a decade into retirement. He's just done. So,
is it that they don't?
Yeah.
Well, I guess because it's like if he had being a top card like Stone Cold was, he had to have made his money already. Like, he's just now chilling out on his ranch. So
they talk about how much money that they made during prime like Attitude Era off of just like merchandising alone and stuff. Mm-hmm. He was like a multi-millionaire.
So he didn't have to do this.
No, he is firmly in not just the 7 digits, but like 8 digits in terms of like his bank.
All right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And he's actually, I think, been responsible with his money. So he's not like broke as a joke. Like, he's made his own beer, he has his own ranch.
It's not just that he's responsible with his money, it's that he also has just passive income. Because, like, he still gets money from, like, Austin 316 shirts. He doesn't have to be on TV to sell merch. Like, he's just always getting a paycheck. So, yeah, this is just for the love of making shitty movies. Which brings us to our second segment. Don't work yourself into a shoot, brother. This is where we dive into some of the production notes about these various films. This one actually has a couple of interesting notes here. So this was originally a non-WWE production. It was a script that just worked its way to Stone Cold, and he was supposed to play the Vinnie Jones character. But he went to Vince to see if he could get some financing for it, and Vince only agreed to do it if he switched Steve to being the hero.
You know, I honestly, you saying that switch, that would have been better if like Stone Cold was in the Vinnie Jones role. Like, I think he would have played that. His dead eye stare, which seems to be the only expression he makes in this movie, would have worked better as a villain.
Two things that I think this might be a Vince McMahon thing.
Oh, yeah.
One, I think him turning Stone Cold heel and that bombing had him like, nope, Stone Cold has to be a good guy all the time. No one wants to see him as a bad guy. And second, I think that he would not want to put the American as the bad guy in this movie. He has to be like rah, rah, rah. Remember, This is like middle of like the war on terror, and there's some choice things in here.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that might have had something to do with it. Also, Stone Cold apparently found the fight choreography a bit challenging at first because... his words, when you reach like the top tier of pro wrestling, you're ad-libbing in the ring. You're not like pre-thinking stuff out because you're working to the live audience. So him having to actually do like a choreographed move, like in a succession, like just you have to do this in this order, was kind of a challenge till he figured his way around it, which is not something that I thought would be the case with him. But
well, I mean,
it was.
His worries were unfounded because one of the things about this movie is you can't see what's happening in the action sequences because they are shaking the camera all over the place. They're like, I think the Bourne Identity had already come out at this point, and Tom and I were talking about it. But like where that's done well, with Doug Liman, like this guy whose name is Scott Wiper, which I think is the reason why Vince picked him out. He's like, Wiper, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Let's get this guy. He's probably cheap. But like, he's just like shaking it all over the place. So it's just like, you can't see what's happening. Like they shake it so far sometimes. It's like, are they even on the screen right now? What the fuck is happening?
That's one of the things that my memories did not match to what I saw was this is not a graphic movie at all. Like they keep like people when I'll get it to when we get to the reviews, they talk about like the violence and stuff like this, but you really don't see anything mostly because of the filming choices and the directing style. Like a lot of this is done because we'll get to the plots of this, but like a lot of this is done through the scope of reality television, and they have these like high cameras and like surveillance type footage.
The XFL
and you don't
camera
see
made an appearance in it. The Sky Cam, they used it.
XFL. I honestly, if there's anything that came from the XFL, it was that Sky Cam was a fucking great idea.
Yeah, the NFL was like, oh, we'll take that, but you can keep the rest of this shit. That's the only thing Vince McMahon has done for football.
Yeah, like for a movie that's supposed to be graphic and stuff, it's just you don't see shit. Like it's just poorly directed, and you can't make out a lot of the violence at all. Like there's
Nope, but
there's specific scenes of like assault on women, and like I can think of like I've seen worse on like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. Like you literally cannot see what's happening.
No, but you hear her
and
screaming,
it's not done in
and
an
they are
artistic
beating
way.
this woman to death for like 5 minutes.
And you don't see anything, you just hear, but it's not like artistic, it's just poorly done. Like it's bad directing.
It's the violence, and I don't know if we would talk about this or cream of the crop, but like that was the problem with this movie. This movie was like trying to say something about violence and doing a bad job of it. And also it's just like the intense, like they do beat a woman to death. they beat Manu Bennett, Deathstroke, to death and set him on fire. Like two Hispanic characters they beat to death and set the last one on fire. And the level of violence in this, Vinnie Jones shooting up the entire camera crew and the people working in the tech booth, it's just like, it's not fun. It's just kind of disturbing. And it's just like, well, this is a WWE movie. You guys should just be going crazy, nuts, and fun. But this is like, it's like a downer. It's like, who the fuck is this for? Is again on what I'm going to say. Who the fuck is this for?
That brings us to the critics. They hated this movie. It got
this movie. So we have something in common.
It has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. Some choice quotes are, "At nearly 2 hours, it's nearly 2 hours too long," from Josh Bell. Another one, "Austin deserves better material than this, so do we," from Carrie Rickey of the Philadelphia Inquirer. And this, I think, sums up the movie. "The Condemned occupies moral ground shiftier than the San Andreas Fault," from Chris Hewitt of the St. Pioneer Press. So,
I mean, like, Stone Cold deserves better material. I would argue, I don't think he could handle the material in this movie.
I'm going to be honest, like, people were talking about, like, his acting. I thought it was just fine by comparison. Nobody else was a good actor in this movie. So, like, it really didn't stand out, like...
No. Oh, wait, no.
It didn't stand out where there was like this person is clearly carrying him. I felt like he was to the level of everybody else, and it didn't strike me as like, oh, this is a wrestler out of his limits of acting. Like, all the other actors weren't good enough to be on his level either.
Rick Hoffman was. But he's always good. The guy from
he's great.
Hostel,
if you just need a scumbag, you just get him.
Yeah. He should have been the bad guy, honestly. Like, he should have played the bad guy.
Speaking of the bad guy, the actor who played Breck, the creator of the show, played Blanca in the Street Fighter movie.
Oh, fuck yes. He had, like, I put in my note, we'll talk about that. Let's save that for the next segment. But I take that back about Stone Cold not being able to handle this material. If he was doing what he was doing in a movie like, say, The Marine, or, the Walking Tall, or one of those movies, that would be fine, because it's just dumb action, just nonsense. But, like in this one, like I said, this movie doesn't know what it is. I think the writer wrote it for like one thing, and then Vince co-opted it and tried to make it a WWE movie, and those two just didn't fit together.
It apparently had 9 rounds of rewrites, so that's always a sign of a good screenplay.
Oh man, that's a sign of the best screenplay. I will say this,
like, I did notice this. Stone Cold, like, I think it's more of the material is just bad, because he seems comfortable on a level that we do not get from John Cena in The Marine. Like, there's none of that deer in headlights fear of acting that we had. It's more like when The Rock is in a bad movie. It's like he knows he knows how to play to a camera, and he has stage presence. It's just this material is dog shit.
But also Stone Cold is like confident in who he is. He has been Stone Cold for almost a decade at this point, or actually a decade at this point. And John Cena was just discovering who he was as a character and as like an actor. So that is true. So like when he's like menacing other people, that is funny when he menaces people or just like stares them down as they're talking shit. And that did make me laugh, because I flashed back to the Attitude Era Stone Cold, and I was like, oh, he's about to stomp a mud hole in him.
When he's delivering lines and stuff, I'm never like, oh god, this is the worst delivery ever. It's just, this dialogue is bad, not him being bad. There's a difference there. One more note. To promote this film, Austin appeared at WrestleMania 23 as the special guest referee in the Donald Trump Vince McMahon hair versus hair match between Bobby Lashley and Umaga. Vince lost, so Stone Cold, Trump, and Lashley shaved Vince, and he closed out Mania by giving Stone Cold Stunners to Trump and McMahon. So,
Wow, man, simpler times. Simpler times.
Wonder what happened to those guys.
I don't know. I think they might have finally got their comeuppance. I think maybe they were finally held accountable. I like to think.
Both of them equally.
Both of them. They're not rich or have any power at all anymore. Simpler times.
Speaking of rich, this movie bombed hard. It made 8.6 mil on a 20 mil budget. Huge failure.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not surprising. I mean, I remember this being advertised, and I was like, that looks like dog shit. And like,
I was
27-year-old me, I'm probably like, and I was a cop at the time, so you think that this would have appealed to me. So it's like, no. I just thought it looked like dog shit.
Yeah. I was more surprised at the $20 million budget, because absolutely none of that is on the screen.
Oh, no.
This is a cheap as fuck production. Normally I try to get into like some of the actors in here, but outside of Vinnie Jones and, Manu Bennett, who was also in the Marine and who would later go on to things, like this is a cast of nobodies.
Yeah.
There is like not
It's
a
Stone
single
Cold.
person who's not just, we're filming in Australia. You're an Australian soap actor. Why don't you come and be in our movie for real cheap?
Yeah,
That's the casting in this.
It's just Stone Cold and Rick Hoffman, and those are like the only like Rick Hoffman is like the only person who I would consider a serious actor in this movie. And that's it.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones is Vinnie Jones.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
just-
of course. And we'll talk more about him in the next section because he is the cream, sir. But,
there's many cream scenes involving Vinnie Jones, which let's actually get to that section right now.
It's the cream of the crop?
I like the question mark on there because, finding cream in this pile is going to be pretty hard. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
a
just.
good film.
There's not a lot. I did say that, though, this is an island where the Drake is in charge.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. Drake absolutely paid the $49.99 to watch this in his apartment. Like,
Yeah, he did.
no.
He probably played it in the boardroom of his office building, the one that he bought and kicked John Cena out of.
So, the plot of this movie is simple. There is a rogue reality TV show producer who decides to go to prisons around the world and get people off of death row and put them into a situation for those hungry for games.
Yes.
That involve people running like men and having a battle royale.
Like men.
So to speak.
And menning like men.
I will say this movie, right in the opening, we get they shot my Arab.
Yeah.
So this is the second WWE
you
production that starts with me starting my morning with slurs getting thrown at me. So, 2 for 2, baby.
I know. This
when they said
how much I put a note in my Google Doc that just said Logan probably loves this part.
I was laughing really hard because they said we found a replacement, a 6'7" Islamic fundamentalist, and I'm like, I hope that's Stone Cold's character.
Yeah, I was hoping it was Muhammad Hassan.
Give me an Allahu Akbar, hell yeah!
Y'all ready for a shitty movie? But yeah, when he was
Stone Cold gotta pray to Mecca.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. That sounded more
that
like
would be incredible.
That sounded more like a Hulk there. But what was he saying? He was like, I want a fundamentalist child killing suicide bombing, and I was just like,
yeah.
Oh fuck, this is a Vince line. This is just what he was pitching as Muhammad Hassan. That's what he wanted. I think we need to get that in there.
I like when they find Stone Cold in the prison, he's apparently been there in a year, and he has these little pet rats in his thing. So I just put Stone Cold Steve Willard because he's just like talking. He's got rats, man.
Was the quote unquote Arab? Because I'm not even sure if I didn't look it up. I'm not sure if the actor.
Oh no,
was
he's
even
absolutely an Italian.
Okay,
man.
okay.
No,
Was he
he's
another
an Italian
wrestler?
pro wrestler?
Was he another wrestler? I thought like maybe he would do that.
Yeah, not a famous guy.
Okay.
Just probably some like
a Jeep Swenson who played Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like. Go ahead.
It is amazing how out of this cast of death row inmates, every single one is smoking hot. Like they're all model
And
level
glistening.
attractive.
And glistening.
Glistening hot. Especially like two like Victoria's Secret level model death row inmates.
Yeah, don't worry. They don't have characters though.
Oh, that's one of the things, like, you'd think that in a movie like this, you would at least say what people went to jail for to kind of like, oh, this is why. We never find out what the black woman who uses her sexuality to pull the people's bombs, we never find out why she's in jail. I don't think they ever say like what she did to be on death row at all.
Yeah. God. This has Vince's dirty little fingerprints all over it. I mean, but
oh yeah, no.
Like the two female characters, like one female character, you get beat to death. The other one is like, you almost get raped, but then like you're gonna use that sexuality to kill other guys and then die for no reason. You know, it's just like it's the only two like quote unquote characters in this movie are Stone Cold, and Vinnie Jones is the only truly realized character in this movie.
Yeah, they
but
try to make a character out of Manu Bennett and his wife, and they're like playing him as sympathetic, but at the same time, like, why are they on death row? They said they like killed a bunch of people, which is like, wait, what?
Well,
like,
they did make up Stone Cold's background, so I think like
so yeah, I'm thinking they might have made it up for everybody else. Oh, the Stone Cold thing was like, he immediately was like, okay, this guy's in the KKK and he firebombed this, and I just put hashtag not all bald men.
Yeah.
Just because he's bald does not mean they're like, he's a bald white guy, let's just make him a skinhead.
Yeah, just make him a
people will
skinhead.
believe that instantly.
Yeah, but like I think it's clear what the Nazi guy was in there for. But
yeah, that was a clear Nazi.
The one black character, well, besides the lady, like he was that was interesting because the only reason he was on death row was because he got busted with hash in Southeast Asia, where like in a country where gets the death penalty.
Oh, it was Malaysia, I think.
Yeah,
they don't fuck around.
No,
they
don't.
Yeah,
just watch the raid. But was that Malaysia or was that Indonesia? I can't remember. Regardless, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe we're going to get... Oh, no, he got blown up.
He instantaneously got blown up by the other character who just has no backstory.
No backstory whatsoever. At least he got a backstory.
Her entire character arc is that she almost gets murdered by the Nazi guy, and then she kills him. And by pulling the thing out of his like leg tag that blows up. Then she pretends to give that dude a back rub and then pulls his tag and he blows up. Then Stone Cold and her are together and the whole room that they're in is on fire, and Stone Cold tries to go through a vent and she just screams, no, no, and pulls her own tag so she blows up. And I'm assuming that they were trying to play that she's like claustrophobic or something.
Well,
that's why she didn't want to go down there, but there's no story for her to pull that from.
She got an arrow in the back, and I think she thought she was... I think the given is like she thinks she's gonna die, but she doesn't want to, like, you know, I don't know. Who knows? This movie is bad
fear in
and
her
badly
face
written.
She had fear in her face about the Great.
Yeah,
like,
that's
she's
true.
looking at it like
That's
that,
true.
and I'm just like, are you just adding like this subplot here? Like, to say that they were underwritten implies that they were written at all to begin with, the female characters. Like,
yeah.
there's 4 female characters and they're all trash. There's Manu Bennett's wife who just gets stabbed, murdered, maybe raped. We don't know because they don't show anything. There's that woman who blows herself up. There's the producer's girlfriend. And then there's the glasses woman who's just a freak.
Yes.
Oh, and Stone Cold's wife.
And Stone Cold's girlfriend, who's about 20 years younger than him. And apparently they're all watching. She's watching this whole thing with her friends at like a Buffalo Wild Wings back in Texas. They're just watching a snuff broadcast.
We need to talk about the logistics about this fucking thing. So,
this
fucking guy.
Yeah, let's talk about the Drake in this movie.
He sets up this reality show battle royale on the internet, and first things first,
for ratings,
he charges $49.99 to like buy access to watch this. That's illegal, man. I'm not talking about the fact that he's just murdering things. Like, if you're in a country and you pay to do that, you're going... If somebody's, like, putting up child pornography and you pay money with your fucking credit card for that, you're also going to jail for buying that. Like, this isn't a...
This guy's not thinking.
So,
he's doing all this for ratings because he says, I want better ratings than this Super Bowl. I'm like, what do you think? Fucking Pepsi's going to come in here and sponsor this shit? What is your end game here, bro? It made no sense.
He is such a confusing character because, like... He's not enough of, like, a lunatic, like, artist for this to work. Like, for this to play off, he would have to be like a lunatic. I want to see the depravity of man and like really obsessed with that. But it seems like he's trying to do this from like a business standpoint, and there's just much easier ways to make money, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, he's a tech guy, so it's just like, dude, why are you throwing all that away for like this shit? Because this, like, you're just burning your own business down for like, I guess, like a small payday or ratings? Do you think, do you think advertisers, like, I keep saying, like, this guy is the Drake, but I would argue that the Drake would have, even though he is the Drake, would have more sense than this guy in what his plan is.
He charges $49.99, and apparently at one point near the end, he says that they have 28 million viewers, which totals to about $1.4 billion. Where are you gonna... What bank is going to be like, oh, I wonder where this came from? Is it from the illegal murder thing that we, like...
I mean, there probably are a couple banks that would do that.
Yeah, like on the Cayman Islands and stuff. But just, like, the logic behind this just makes no sense. Stone Cold's girlfriend finds out that he's on the island, and she goes to the Buffalo Wild Wings, and she tells her... She tells her, like, manager, hey, you have a computer, right? Implying that she doesn't have a computer in her own home in 2008.
She gives them money.
And then she takes her card and uses the credit card to buy a subscription to this. She's going to jail.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, like, oh, man. Yeah.
The logistics of this are absolutely insane. Also, like, I think that maybe some international courts might have some questions about how these prisoners got there. Like,
yeah, I mean, that also brings me up another, like, oh god, this movie, like, the anti-Americanism line that he said, anti-Americanism is like at an all-time high right now. So if we get an American in there, you know, people are going to be rooting for him to die. And
he needs them.
And I just wrote in my notes, strongest jerk-off motion ever on that anti-Americanism line.
He specifically says that. He's like, yeah, we need that for the Arabs and stuff like that, too. It's just like, okay.
He's like, he's what did they say he was like Delta Force or something in this one? I don't know. He's like, he's a super Navy SEAL Force Recon Delta, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like a MacGruber thing. Like, they just fill in the blanks. Or, like, they just fill in, like, a bunch of, like, different special forces or whatever sounds cool and like uber American. And then you find out that, oh, he was doing dirty work for his country, but got left behind. He didn't really kill anybody, just a bunch of drug dealers. So, those don't count as
they really
people.
emphasize the drug dealer thing. Like, oh no, he's just murdering drug dealers.
They were dirty, filthy drug peddlers. But like, considering what our government considers drug dealers, I mean, like, they could have just been like living next door.
Yeah. This hits a lot different when you don't see America just bombing random boats every other day off the coast of Venezuela. I'll say also, this is a terrible production on top of it. Like, to top it off, they throw all of the contestants out of helicopters. And I was just watching that. I'm like, what if they all drown? And right when I wrote that note, a dude fell and impaled himself on a spike.
Dude, I want to talk about that guy because we're in cream of the crop, because he is part of the cream in this crop, because all he does is talk shit the entire time. Mm-hmm. In fact, he cannot get the key in this guy's mouth. Like, they give him keys so they can undo the cuffs and the shackles on him. And he won't stop talking shit long enough for him to get the key in his mouth, and also delays his drop. So he just ends up getting impaled on random boat debris that's on this island. He got killed living his true self, man. He's like, I'm going to go out talking shit. He's even talking shit as he's falling. That guy is amazing. This guy
comes in like a middle reliever and just throws high heat and strikes out three people in a row on 9 pitches and then just out. He's out of the game. You don't need any
John Rocker for the Atlanta Braves. He comes out sprinting to the mound, just high energy, probably saying racist stuff. He keeps doing the cut your throat gesture, like he's gonna cut their throat. He does that to about 10 people in the span of 5 minutes. He was honestly my favorite character in this movie. We got just enough of him and he went out perfect. No notes.
One of my least favorite characters was the producer's girlfriend, who
all
the
of
0
them,
to 60 turn from, hey, the show about a bunch of people murdering each other has them murdering each other. This is wrong. It's like,
and Hoffman, like Rick Hoffman does it too. And I'm like, what the fuck did you guys think you were going to be watching? Like when like Vinnie Jones is like beating the guy, Manu Bennett's wife. They're all just like, I don't know about this. And I was like, what the fuck did you guys think you were going to be watching? Like, what part of my murder island did you not think was going to include brutal murder? I mean, what did you guys think this was?
The Hoffman thing, at least, like, you could see, like, the gradual turn, because he starts getting more disgusted the more he actually, like, sees it. He's just, like, seeing it as different. She just, like, immediately, like, right when they drop them off, she's just like, no, we can't be doing this. It's like, what did you think was happening when they were setting up all the cameras and then getting people out of prisons? And then he did the interview with the world's worst journalist earlier, where he was talking about the entirety of his plans.
Entertainment Tonight about his murder show.
Yeah,
and
where
she
did
was
you
like,
think this was going?
Don't you think that this is the wrong message to send to kids? I was like, you're worried about, okay, this is a murder show that's coming out, and you're worried about how it's going to affect is this appropriate for children to watch? The world that they live in confounds me.
There's a lot of stupid shit in there. I feel like we're going all over the place, but
well, we're still talking about the Drake, kind of, because this all falls under his plan. And his name's not, what is his name?
Just insane. This is this is not a hard premise. We've seen it taken from numerous other movies, but they all find a way to make it at least make sense in the world that it's occupying. It does not here at all. It is so stupidly thought out in terms of the message that the filmmakers are trying to make with the violence and everything, and just how any of this is executed. It is an idiotic premise.
And you know everything. What's his name? It's the character's name. We're calling him the Drake. It's not the Drake, and he's a poor imitation. But what's his name? Breck, you said?
Breck. His name's Breck.
Okay, Breck. What a stupid name. But like basically his argument about people wanting to watch violence, is just what Vince like go. that's just Vince
100%.
projecting and saying like, look, I'm just giving the people what they want. They want racist violence. It's fine. It's, oh man. God damn it, Vince.
It's just Vince's stereotypical defensive thing whenever anybody tries to come at him.
Or hold him accountable
of, like,
for
WWE
anything that he's
content.
ever done. Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever it's like the Parents' Rights Council or any of those other things, it's just, you can tell the Vince lines there. This was peak 2000s, and I just wanted to note how many people are wearing boot-cut jeans and dress shirts without buttoning up the sleeves. It's all over the place, man. Was this movie sponsored by Structure?
Well, I mean, like, the Stone Cold's wearing an Ed Hardy shirt at the end when they're doing that, like, what is it, Creed? Is that Creed? Or like...
No, that's Nickelback.
Or Nickelback.
Yeah, they had Nickelback budget on here.
So, yeah.
When you've disappeared for a year and you're coming to meet your lady after surviving a brutal battle royale, you just need the finest of Ed Hardy's to show that you love her, man.
And then you just need to give her a blank stare like you haven't seen her. And like, he just gives her the Stone Cold look. Like he's just like looking at a bus going by or something like that. It's like a non-expression. And Jesus, this movie is so goddamn long. I didn't need this is a cream of the crop, but I didn't need the wife. I didn't need the FBI thing, the whole thing with them. I just you could have cut off 30 minutes from that. Just that alone. You could have cut 30. This movie drags in like the opening half, and then like the last 30 minutes it gets actiony, and it's like, where the fuck was this in the this was the pace that the movie should have had in the beginning, but by then it's too late. And also it's still directed pretty shittily, so it doesn't even make up for it in that part. Well, since we're in cream of the crop, let's talk about the man of the hour, Vinnie Jones, in this. They were just like, would you come in here and just be Vinnie Jones for a while? Can you be like really menacing? And predatory in this movie. He's having they got him on the island and he's just like, he's been waiting for this his whole life. Like he's playing an SAS, like a British SAS guy, which is their special forces. Like, for some reason, he decides he needs to recruit the Japanese guy. And I guess he tries to recruit Stone Cold as well, but like he doesn't want to play. But he like his to say that a character doesn't make sense in this movie is to say that like the sky is blue or grass is green. That's just how it is. But, like, the only thing that would give me pause that keeps him from being, like, really fun is the gravity of the violence that he's doing. Because, like, he beats a woman to death, beats Manu Bennett to death. Both of them are supposed to be, Latinx people. They're supposed to be, like, are they from Mexico or Colombia? I forget where they're from.
They're from Mexico.
But, so they beat those two characters to death. Sets Manu Bennett on fire while he's still alive. He blasts a whole room of unarmed people. That was kind of like, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this, but this is is this supposed to be fun? Like, did that hamper your enjoyment for him anyway? Because like, I'm like, oh, Vinnie Jones, and through most of it, I was like, oh, Vinnie Jones. Like, what do we?
It kind of not, because like when he kills the Manu Bennett's wife, again, you don't see anything, so it's just like, it's not she's not a character, and you just hear and it's just like, okay, did he just stab her? You don't have any idea what, you can't, you can't have the mental image of the violence he's doing because it's so incomprehensible visually. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess he's doing something. And meanwhile, like, when he guns down the reality crew, there's no sympathy. It's a very weird thing because they try to take this moral stance on, like, they have that whole speech from that journalist where she's like, it made me sad because the people who bought this, blah, blah, blah. Are we the condemned? Yeah.
We are the condemned because we had to watch this movie.
Yeah, and then, like, the solution for the abhorrent violence and us accepting that is to kill the people who are making it. Like, your moral message is just completely illogical.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, like, again, Glasses Girl is such a fucking freak. Like, throughout the movie, she's saying just like, oh, he didn't even fight back. And just this other, she's like 10 toes deep in this psycho shit.
Yeah.
And then she gets gunned down, and I don't really feel bad for her. Like, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, they're all scumbags that get gunned down, and, like,
Yeah.
you don't really feel bad for any of them. I guess it's just like he's just shooting a bunch of unarmed geeks.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's you
them
all
getting their
brought these
comeuppance,
people
but it's not
here, and you made them fight to the death, and now it's like feeling bad that Richard Dawson dies at the end of Running Man. It's like, okay. Like,
well, he also dies in a glorious fashion.
yeah, him dying in there is much better than the way that the head dude dies here with his Stone Cold somehow throwing an anklet bracelet with C4.
They blow up so many. Yeah,
like
they blow
30
up so
yards.
many people with those things. Yeah, he does like a Caleb Williams throw and like perfectly into the open helicopter. They blow so many people up in this movie with those ankle bracelets. It's like that's the only, like, I think Vinnie Jones is like, it's like, no, that's boring. And it's just like, then he kills people in different ways, but like, the only time that them getting blown up by the ankle was satisfying was when Nathan Jones gets blown up. And by the way, Nathan Jones is in this movie. And his death is part of the cream of this crop, because him just flying off the side of that cliff and then blowing up in midair, it was very funny. I laughed out loud on that one.
Him and Stone Cold are rolling down a hill after, like, wrestling each other, and when they land, they notice that Nathan Jones's tag has been pulled out, and the countdown is on his ankle bracelet. So Stone Cold just headbutts him and then boots him off of the rest of the cliff, and he blows up before he even lands. It is a fantastic death scene.
It is. Oh, speaking of other things, and since we're in cream of the crop, and we don't really have a lot of characters. But the stunt where Stone Cold is falling down the rocks, like in his last fight with Vinnie Jones, where he's like shooting at him with a shotgun and he's falling down those rocks. It's an actual dude actually falling down. I was like, that's not a bad stunt, because that looked
dude
like
got
it
his paycheck
fucking
that
hurt.
day.
And you can't make it, because he doesn't look cool doing it. He just like looks like a guy trying not to fall down a bunch of rocks. It's not real graceful or anything. And Vinnie Jones is just like shooting at him while he's doing it. Oh god. It's
one stupid line. So they have, like, this whole thing when they drop them on the island, they say they only have 30 hours until, like, this is over and that shit. Like, near the end, when Stone Cold and Vinnie Jones are, like, the last two people, Vinnie Jones is like... Vinnie Jones looks at Stone Cold and says, "Not today," and then jumps off the cliff into the water, and I'm like, you literally have to today. You only have 30 hours. Like, you got, like, 5 hours left on the deadline. That line makes no sense.
I did like how weaselly Vinnie Jones was in it. And there was a good moment between him and what's the Japanese character's name? I forget. But
I remember none of these characters' names.
But like when they think it's when the lady blows herself up. The actress
Oh,
blows
when they
herself
think
up.
that they're the last
Yeah,
two
and they
left,
just like look
and then
at
they
each
look
other
at each
and they
other
go
and like,
scurrying
okay,
off in the opposite directions. That was very funny to me. Like watching Vinnie
Yeah.
Jones just like look at him like, oh god, shit, and they all go running away from each other. I
oh,
thought that was fun.
you were talking about when he guns down the crew,
Yeah.
the TV crew, and like one of the other reasons why I couldn't really be like disturbed by it, and I don't know if you noticed this or not. You know how they had the glasses woman, and then they also had that shaggy haired dude?
Yeah, the Chad.
Yeah, so Vinny kills the glasses hair woman first, and then shaggy haired dude is crying like above her, and then he kills shaggy haired dude, and when shaggy haired dude falls down, his head lands directly on glasses woman's butt, which is just I was like, that's a choice for blocking of a shot. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, we want you to hit your mark right here on her ass.
Vince is looking at, no, he has to land on her butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad way to go, right? We can get away with that.
Yeah, so that kind of took me out of that part of the scene.
Well, I think it's like you have to respect this movie and what it's saying, and I think we just didn't. So it might hit differently. And I was just like, can we just end this movie, please?
One other thing I noticed, this movie, I think, invented geoguessing.
Explain.
So geoguessing's when like you look at like a random image on like Google Maps or whatever, and you try to figure out the location on Earth that it's in, right?
Yeah,
and like there's people who are incredible at that, right? So when Sullivan Stapleton, the FBI guy, is like there, he's like, we have a bunch of people looking at all these photos and trying to figure out where this is, and blah blah blah. And it's basically geoguessing like maybe 5 to 10 years before that actually became a thing.
By the way, they never find them, I don't think.
No, they find it.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Because Stone Cold gets the one of the longitude latitude points there, and then they say they find it after they think Stone Cold's dead. So that's why
Right.
the Breck guy is leaving, because he says the Navy SEALs are on their way. So he's just gonna leave everybody to take the fall except for him and that one hench goon that he really liked. So that's why they were all running for the helicopter.
Yeah, the hench goon, yeah. Are you talking about his
That
girlfriend?
hench goon.
Oh wait, no.
That hench goon was a good hench goon.
Are you talking about the guy that kills Rick Hoffman? He is like the male quote unquote lead in See No Evil.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's the piece of shit drug dealer that menaces women, but like has this hero turn, but still doesn't change his character. And Vince is like, yeah, you guys like him, right?
Yeah, they keep recycling people because, as we mentioned, Manu Bennett was in
The Marine.
The Marine.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you know, Vince
Manu
has his
Bennett
guys, I guess, in here.
Manu Bennett makes sense because he can do action stuff, which is why I was surprised they really didn't do any of that with him in this. He just kind of cries and gets his ass kicked.
He gets his ass beat. What happens is Vinnie Jones breaks his fucking knee with a rock, and then he has him cuffed up, and then he just spends the movie crying while his wife gets murdered, and then later he cries about his wife being murdered, and then he gets beat down and shot with an arrow.
While
he
crying.
does not throw a punch at all during the entire... He's the buffest dude in the movie, and that includes Stone Cold. Or, well, no, Nathan Jones. Jesus Christ, that dude is jacked. But, like...
Well, I mean-
yeah, he doesn't do one fucking physical thing at all. He just sits there in his A-top and cries the entire time.
That's kind of a waste of Manu Bennett. But now I'm blanking. But oh yeah, talking about physically fit, watching Stone Cold try to run up a hill
with those knees.
With those
Oof.
knees, he's just kind of scurrying up the hill like he's chasing a toddler.
It was a choice to have. It was a choice to have Vinnie Jones and Stone Cold, two athletes with bad. Like if you heard them walking down the street, it would sound like a cement mixer knees. Have a fight scene uphill, like maybe just put that on a flat ground, you know? Like, yeah.
God, the amount of plastic and cortisone coursing through those knees.
Oh, one thing that also made me laugh is they have the producer does these little like bag drops of weapons and stuff to like make things easier. But one of the bag drops that he does to Vinny and the Japanese guy is a bag, and it has a big flare on it because it's at nighttime, so they see it. And the Japanese guy unzips it, and the first thing he pulls out is a bunch of Molotov cocktails. So it's like, maybe don't put Molotov cocktails in a bag with an active open flare on there. I don't think that's gonna work, man.
I mean, again, this guy thinks he's gonna get. He did an interview with Entertainment Tonight about his murder show, and he thinks he's gonna get sponsors or some shit from this. So I don't credit him with a lot of smarts at all. Now the Drake might do that. He might not have the sense not to put a Molotov cocktail in a bag with an open flame.
I will say, this dude, not as enjoyable as the Drake.
No.
He's like a Diet Coke Drake. Drake was way... Drake did so much more with so less.
He is a Diet RC Cola of the Drake. Like he's not even a Coke product. He's just like you're several steps down. You're almost Shasta Cola.
Okay. All right. How about this? I mean, this was made by WWE Productions, so they own the rights to all of these characters, and this came out after the Marine. Would you have enjoyed it more if this was the Drake? Like,
yes.
They're just like, we're taking that character. Yeah.
Yes.
Instantly, this movie becomes at least, like,
yes,
20% better.
Just
with
him
the Drake alone.
Like, because all the Drake is, he's just Ellis from Die Hard. Just make Ellis from Die Hard the shitty, like, money man in this. Because we all know who the real threat of the movie is, and that's Vinnie Jones. Like, it's the producer should be like, that's like Kurt Fuller kind of in No Holds Barred. Like, he's not the guy that he has to beat. It's the actual threat is the physical threat. So like, yeah, so you just have it can't be hard, Vince. You make these guys valets and managers all the time. You know it. It's like, oh man, what if like the Mouth of the South was in charge here? Or like Paul Bearer or something like that. That's what you need.
Paul Heyman
Would have been perfect. Perfect. What? You had access to him too. He couldn't have cost more than this other chuckle fuck did. Just say it's part of your contract, Paul, and like just make him go out there.
If you have Blanca money if you have money for Blanca from Street Fighter, you have money for Paul Heyman to be in this.
Yeah. I mean, just put him up there. What the fuck are we doing? God damn it.
His character is so confounding because like they keep trying to do like, oh, I'm the artist, I just want to talk about society and like this and blah blah blah, and then he just wants to make money, but like
that even isn't clear because he says he wants ratings.
Yeah.
Nielsen,
there's no clarity. Like if he was just pushing that as like a bunch of bullshit he didn't believe in just to make money, that would have been fine, but there's no clarity of his character where it's like, oh, he's clearly just doing this for cash and like getting all these people in on it. It's just such a non-coherent point that they're trying to make on society, which is 100% Vince McMahon writing that.
I want to point this out before we get out of cream of the crop and get to our main event, but I think the listeners will notice how little we have talked about Stone Cold, because Stone Cold is probably in 20 minutes of this 2-hour movie. And this, I wrote this in here and it's not in my notes, and it's not like it, I didn't intend it as a pun, but it kind of is. I was like, I can't help but notice a stunning lack of Stone Cold.
It's very much what we saw with John Cena in the Marine, where it's mostly him just running through the woods and then occasionally getting into a fight thing, and that's it. Like there's no through point other than he just wants to get home, and we don't have any. When he's talking to Manu Bennett, he's not talking about. Yeah, he's not talking about himself at all. He's talking about Manu Bennett's wife. And then he doesn't talk to any other characters and never does anything else.
Or
he
seem
talks
to
to his
care.
girlfriend on the phone, and that's it. The thing with a battle royale movie is you kind of have to care about some of the characters and whether they live or die, or at least have little interesting sub-stories involving the characters. None of the characters have, like I said, like we don't know the reason for half of them being in prison, so there's nothing to pull from that. And just with Stone Cold, it's nothing. It's just you like Stone Cold and you want to see him whoop ass, yeah, but that's it.
He's Stone Cold.
So there's really not much to talk there.
No, and when you put like so much time in these other people on these other characters, you're absolutely right. I have to have a reason to care about them. And you just fucking don't in this. It's the moral backbone of the movie is like the shitty girlfriend in the producer's girlfriend, and then fucking what's his name? Rick Hoffman.
Yeah, Rick Hoffman, and that's it. And it's like, why would you have the supporting characters be the ones that we spend the most time with and have the most moral character arcs with? It's very ridiculous.
Because you're Scott Wiper, the best man I was willing to pay for. You get it? His last name's Wiper. We got it, Vince. Should we really put him in charge of this movie? Yes.
Yeah, we've got all the cream we could out of this crop. So let's go on to our final segment, the main event.
Ooh, yes. Ring the bell.
This is where we will have in one corner, current champion, coming off of a 2-0 record, having defeated the Marine and Santa with muscles, Walking Tall.
Oh, man.
And today's challenger, The Condemned. John, which movie did you like better?
The Walking Tall. Because, like, these are the things that Walking Tall has. An 80-minute runtime, first of all. Second, The Rock is actually charming. And third, the supporting cast. You have Kevin Durand, who we all know we love him. You have Johnny Knoxville, and you have Neil McDonough. This has Vinnie Jones. So we would have to put Vinnie Jones up against Kevin Durand, and I think Kevin Durand is more delightfully crazy than Vinnie Jones is in this one.
Kevin Durand is more of a fun character in terms of scumbaggery.
Yeah. And and the bad guy, Neil McDonough, is more fun
than Blanca from Street Fighter.
Yeah, but than Blanca from Street Fighter. Johnny Knoxville doesn't cry most of the movie and then get beaten to death and set on fire.
If we're ranking action sidekicks, I think I would spend more time with Johnny Knoxville cracking jokes than Manu Bennett crying about his wife and his bad knee before getting Molotov cocktails.
It has some, like, this, The Condemned puts up more of a fight than, say, Santa with Muscles. It puts up more of a fight than Santa with Muscles. I would probably put it... Yeah, that'd be the only one that we've watched that it beats, because honestly, like, The Marine has at least the Robert Patrick scenes, like, Wrong Side of Town, at least is so insane that it's just like, okay, well, I can watch this for and it's 90 minutes, if that. I think that might be another 80-minute one. There's just nothing fun about this movie. It's just not fun. I mean, you have Nathan Jones getting blown up, and that's cool.
If you're gonna make a movie about violence and like cool kills and all of that, don't fucking add on 20 minutes so that you can give me a bullshit morality speech when your movie has no morality. Like, it's such an awkward add-on, like, shame on you for watching this piece of shit. I'm like, well, yeah, but not for the reasons you're saying.
Yeah. And don't make us spend the majority of our time with characters that you give us no reason to care about.
Yeah. And if you're gonna do this premise, at least make the like, at least make the deaths interesting. Like, we needed at least, like, 3 more deaths that were the level of
Nathan
Jones
or
getting blown up off of there.
Or
that
Captain
dude
Shit
landing
Tucker.
on the spike.
Or Captain Shit Talker.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah.
And both of those deaths occur in the first, like, 10 minutes of them being on the island. Those are immediate deaths. There is no pace out. Like, there's 3 deaths right away, and then there's just a lot of talking, and then they do the final deaths really quick.
Yeah, like, that set my hopes really high for those first 2 deaths. And then it was just like, all right, we're going to blow you up by taking the key out of your ankle. Okay, we're going to blow up by taking your key out of your ankle bracelet. Okay, we're going to blow this up by taking a key out. It's like, how many times are you guys going to go back to this?
A smarter person would have cast this with more stunt people and just had, like, brawls between some of the contestants to eat up some of that screen time.
Yeah.
Like,
Another thing, the action sequences in Walking Tall were better because you could see what was happening. None of this frenetic camera shit that they didn't even do well. Like, it's like he just saw the Bourne Identity, and he's like, Scott Wiper just saw the Bourne Identity and was just like, well, that's easy. All I need to do is shake the camera around, right? That can't be that hard. It's bad. It's boring. And man,
if you want a take on, like, violent reality television type thing, there's better movies that you can watch that do that with a lot more thought. And if you want something
fucking
that
Hunger
just does
Games
battle
is better
royale
than this
stuff,
shit.
yeah, if you want battle royale stuff, you can watch other movies that do that. There's no aspect of this film that is, like,
There's a movie
enjoyable
called
like,
Battle Royale.
yeah.
Which I recommend you guys check out. And Last Samurai Standing, which is on Netflix right now. That show's pretty sweet.
So I think this is an easy win. This is, if we're talking about this in terms of wrestling match, this isn't even like a pay-per-view match. This is like one of those, like, Raw main events where
no, it's not even that. It's a dark match. It's like a dark match at a house show. It's not
house
even
show match.
Yeah, it's just
okay,
a house
yeah,
show
they're
match.
trying to prep for a better
Yeah,
thing.
this is just like a practice thing. I mean, like, oh my god, I wouldn't call it a squash match, but it's not one that they're happy that they have. This is like
it's
a match
Giant
featuring
Gonzalez
Eugene.
versus Undertaker.
Yeah, this is
where it's just like, what was this?
Yeah, this is just a match featuring, like, Eugene or, like, the Gobbledygook or something like that, or whatever his name is. It's just like, you're just like, what is this and who is this for?
Oh, no, we got it. This is like when Kane would tombstone Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Or
Rikishi doing the butt shuffle on Pete Rose.
The stink face?
Yeah,
it's just like, we just want this out. Just get it out of here. Let's just move on.
Anytime Xbox does the Bronco Buster, that is this movie.
The funny thing is, we both were like, okay, at least this will be a fun one. And that is just like, oh, wow,
we have to do a fun one, Logan. We have to do a fun one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it can't just be Walking Tall, which I don't want anybody that listens to this to be confused. We don't think Walking Tall is, like, the best wrestling movie. It is just better than these that we've watched so far. It's just better than these.
In terms of, if we're talking about, like, title runs, Walking Tall is Jinder Mahal's World Championship run. Which, no. And if you don't know what that is, there's a reason you don't know what that title run was.
I do know who Jinder Mahal is. But
who seems like a nice man out of wrestling.
Yeah. But he played a heel, right? Because he's got brown skin. I don't even know if it would be like a main event. I think this is just like Walking Tall is like the Intercontinental Champion that everybody likes. But he's like kind of like, would you like to see him as world champion? No, I think he's fine where he is. Maybe like a TV champion. Yeah, not even Intercontinental. TV champion. Let's do that. USA champion.
Yeah.
Back when that was done.
Now I'm wishing that this and See No Evil we're part of like a Drake cinematic universe where he's just the character that we follow through WWE films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd have made this
Anyway.
more fun. He'd have made this more fun. And he wouldn't have made a lot of the mistakes that this shitbag did.
They did do a sequel of this, The Condemned 2, with Randy Orton.
I saw that they made one. I remember it. I was like, was anybody clamoring for this sequel? And after having seen this one, I have to ask it again. Was anybody was anybody clamoring for this? Did this make any money? Do you have that in your notes? Did this make any money?
Yeah, I said earlier I mentioned it made $8.6 million on a $20 million budget. This bombed big time.
Okay. So Vince was trying to launder money, I think, is what
Yeah,
what
no,
it was.
usually you're like, oh, overseas, maybe they got it. No, the overseas audience hated it as much as the domestic audience did. Nobody liked this movie.
Oh, God, yeah.
I guess that's a show, Johnny.
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you guys are listening to this, then you're on the Gamefully Unemployed Network. And, you should probably consider becoming a member on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. There you can, for just $5 a month, you can get access to even more podcasts like Him Booze. I think Spiel Boys might still be going. And the complete series of Fox Mulders and Maniac. Plus, they do movie nights every night, Friday night. We were just doing it last night. At the time of this recording, we had watched The Hand and Magic. I wasn't able to stay through all of Magic, but The Hand was very disappointing. But we all had a good time. We all talk and just jaw with each other. Plus, you can go on their website and you can find T-shirts, mugs, anything you could probably think of that you might want just from their different shows. So please go there and check that out. You can also follow me on Blue Sky at Johnny Rhymes. And Logan, it is your turn.
Follow me on Blue Sky at the Logan Trent. I also co-host a WNBA podcast with our friend Adam Todd Brown called WNBA over on the You Don't Even Like podcast network. And don't commit genocide.
No,
yeah, so
genocide is a big one that you probably shouldn't do. It's sad that
Yeah.
we have to keep saying it. One thing I will throw on, because I forgot, you were just on a podcast of our friends Dre Alvarez and Mike Slater on You Gotta Check This Out about Babylon 5. Yours just came out. Mine is coming out in a couple weeks because I was on that as well. So
it's a fun podcast. You guys don't have to be Babylon 5 fans to listen to that podcast, because part of the fun is they bring people who have not seen Babylon 5, like John and myself.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a really fun time.
yeah, it was a fun time. Check that out. They're on Jeff's network, correct? Jeff has Cool Friends or network, that network. But yeah, check that out. It's a lot of fun. But hey guys, take care of yourselves. Be healthy. Remember, people care about you, and just, try to live your best life.
And remember, are we the condemned?
I think we are the condemned. Ring the bell.
Who will survive?